3 visual effects tools. One costs $720 per year and previews animations slower than you can make toast. One is free, includes Hollywood-grade compositing, and is actively developed by a company that has kept every promise for 14 years. And one is also free, also open source, and hasn't been meaningfully updated since November 2023. The project has been abandoned multiple times. Development is effectively dead. Adobe Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, Natron. 2 of these are real tools. One is a cautionary tale about what happens when open source software has no backing, no funding, and no future. Sounds like something worth investigating, right? I went through the Compositor communities, the development histories, and the GitHub commit logs for all 3. And that's when I started getting suspicious. Let's break it down. Quick context. Premiere Pro is Adobe's video editor, industry standard, subscription only since 2013. Cross-platform. DaVinci Resolve combines editing, color grading, fusion compositing, and Fairlight audio in one application. Free since 2011. Studio at $295 one time. Natron was created in 2013 as an open-source compositor. Node-based, similar to Nuke, which costs over $4,500 per year. No company behind it. Volunteer developed. Last release, November 2023. Around 50,000 lifetime downloads. 3 tools, 1 subscription, 1 free and thriving, 1 free and dying. Let's start with Premiere. Premiere is the industry standard for video editing. Over 90% of job listings require it. $720 per year for all apps. Crashes, performance issues. The infrastructure demands it regardless. But Premiere is specifically a video editor. It doesn't do compositing. For visual effects, motion graphics, or anything beyond basic editing, you need After Effects or a separate compositor. That's the relevant context for this comparison. Premiere edits timelines. It doesn't composite visual effects. The other 2 tools in this comparison are compositors. Different job entirely. For professional editors embedded in the Adobe ecosystem, Premiere remains the standard. The switching cost is real. The job market requires it. The tool works despite its frustrations. Now, Resolve. Resolve's Fusion page handles compositing and visual effects within the same application that edits, color grades, and mixes audio. Node-based workflow. True 3D workspace, particle systems, motion tracking, green screen keying. The same compositing engine that cost over $250,000 as standalone Hollywood software before Blackmagic acquired it and made it free. Color grading is unmatched at any price. The tools used on Marvel films and Netflix productions are included in the free version. Free version exports at 4K 60 frames per second, no watermark, Studio at 2. $95 unlocks 8K, AI tools, and advanced codecs. One-time payment, lifetime updates. The learning curve is real, 4 separate pages. Node-based compositing requires different thinking than layer-based workflows. Tutorial ecosystem growing but still smaller than Adobe's 3-decade library. But the capability is genuine. Professional results at 0 cost from a company that has maintained its promises since 2011. Now, Natron. Natron is what happens when good intentions meet unsustainable reality. The idea was compelling. An open-source compositor modeled after Nuke, the industry standard that costs over $4,500 per year. Node-based compositing. Cross-platform including Linux. Completely free. The promise was democratizing visual effects, the same way Blender democratized 3D. The difference is that Blender has the Blender Foundation, corporate sponsors, structured development, full-time developers, annual budgets published transparently. Natron has volunteers. Sometimes. The project has been abandoned multiple times. Development stalled from 2015 to 2017. Stalled again from 2020 to 2022. The last release was version 2.5 in November 2023. GitHub commits since then have been minimal. Bug reports go unanswered. Feature requests go unread. The software crashes frequently. Project corruption is a known issue without a fix. Stability is poor enough that saving every few minutes is standard practice among the handful of users still attempting to use it. The interface works. The node-based compositing pipeline functions. Basic effects are possible. But everything about using Natron feels like software that was promising 5 years ago and never finished becoming what it set out to be. And here's the fundamental problem. DaVinci Resolve Fusion is also free, also node-based, also cross-platform including Linux, also capable of professional compositing. But Fusion is actively developed, updated quarterly, integrated with a full editing and color grading suite, backed by a real company with real revenue, same price, $0, incomparable capability and stability. Open source ideology is admirable, but ideology doesn't fix crashes. Ideology doesn't ship updates. Ideology doesn't build the tutorials and community resources that help new users learn the software. Natron is proof that free isn't enough. Software needs sustained development to remain usable. Without it, free just means abandoned. Lovely. Right, so here's where I land. Premiere Pro is for professional editors whose careers require Adobe. The job market demands it. The ecosystem supports it. The cost is the cost. DaVinci Resolve is the answer for everyone else. Editing, compositing, color grading, and audio mixing in one application. Free or $2.95 one time. Actively developed. Trustworthy company. If you need compositing specifically, Fusion delivers professional node-based visual effects at zero cost. Natron is the tool I cannot recommend to anyone. Development is dead. Crashes are frequent. Bugs are unfixed. The project has been abandoned multiple times and shows no signs of sustained revival. If you want free open source compositing, use Resolve Fusion. It does everything Natron attempted to do, but it's actually finished, actually stable, actually maintained by people who show up to work every day. Every choice is a trade-off. At least now you know what you're trading.